So in regards to thinking about essentially maybe the must-haves versus the nice-to-haves, and thinking about this integrated GRC approach, when you are like day one of design workshops with your brand new client, what is it that what do you focus around? What do you ask to ensure there's no gaps?
Yeah, and I mean, in the end, that's about getting the objectives and what are you hoping to achieve out of the system. I like it's just slightly not quite answering your question, but I like to ask clients first thing, because you talked about day one risk of design session. I like to get my clients to start off a meeting by trying to describe the solution in 2 minutes.
Wow.
Because so often, or less, 20 seconds, sometimes I say, because it's
Keep it
really,
short,
really
yeah.
important. Because forcing a client to do that, forcing anyone to do that, means that they really have to think about what's important about a solution. And now, if you have a blank canvas or you have a 2-hour workshop ahead of you, and you say, okay, so what do we need in this system? Almost certainly it's human nature to dive straight into the detail and start thinking, oh, I need to be able to have a risk, and I need to be able to rate it from 1 to 5, 1 to 6, or whatever. About that, let's debate about that. And then, but before you know it, you're into a bit of detail, and you do what you've just described, and you forget to talk about actually this really, really important thing over there. But if you get the people to describe it in 2 minutes, or to kind of to do a kind of big strapline tagline for their project, then they really have to think, well, what are we trying to achieve? And it's nice, by the way, to give people a few seconds to think about it, and then they come out with something like, well, what we need to do is we need to address the big pain point of our reporting to in our annual report. Or what we need to be able to do is gain an enterprise-wide view of the various things that are going to stop the business from achieving its objective.